But tonight, Larry Merchant, this man, Chavez, once the pupil, enters the ring as a heavy favorite against his old stablemate.
That's right. He's 26. Ramirez is nearly 30. Chavez is the up-and-coming star. But Ramirez, I don't think, was ever a star. He was the Pete Rose of boxing in Mexico. He just stuck with it. He didn't get a title shot until his 87th professional fight.
There are a handful, as I mentioned, of undefeated world title holders in the sport of boxing, and among them, Julio César Chávez has the longest existing winning streak. 59-0 by our listings, the listings of Ring Magazine and of the world governing bodies. Some claim that he has had 60 fights. He and his camp claim he has had 61 fights. One thing is certain, he has never lost, and 12 of those victories came in championship bouts. He is not a one-punch knockout fighter, Kevin Rooney, but 50 knockouts in 59 fights attest to his effectiveness.
So there's a lot of combination punches. He goes to the body, goes to the head. He's got good snap, and when he hurts a man, he'll take him out. He's not a one-punch knockout artist, but he could knock you out with one punch if he hits you right.
Well, you see him now saying hello to some of the greats of the sport in the ring as we get ready now to enter the minds of the fighters a little bit as Kevin Rooney broaches boxing strategy in his tips of the night.
One of the things we have to look out for Chavez is very vulnerable to a straight left hand from a southpaw. He's fighting Ramirez, who is a southpaw. Here we see him against Aguilar. He got hit with a left hand. He stays very calm when he gets hit. Here's with Rosario. He gets right on the button. He took it like it was nothing. He works the body very well, and that takes the starch out of a fighter. Here you see him working over Rosario. He's very close to him, which makes it hard for him to be hit, to be counted. He works upstairs and downstairs. He does that very well. That's one of the pluses for him. Now we're going to switch to Ramirez. He's very vulnerable to head punches. He stands straight up, and he's wide open for straight right hands, which you should throw when you're fighting a southpaw. We'll have to look for Chavez to do that, and that's something that Ramirez is going to have to try to get away from by bending. Now a plus for Ramirez is when he gets hit, he comes back right away. When he has a man hurt, he doesn't let him off the rope. Here we see him against Rosario, opening up with everything he had after he had hurt him.
A good look at Chavez, and as Kevin Rooney pointed out there, he will be facing a southpaw in Ramirez tonight. His last title defense in April here in Las Vegas against Rodolfo Aguilar was his first fight ever against a southpaw. And now here comes the man whom Larry Merchant has referred to as the Pete Rose of Mexican boxing, one of the most durable fighters of this or any other era.
You know, there's an interesting story about him as an honest workman. When he recaptured the title from Terrence Ali on a close decision, he refused to accept the title in his own mind, he told people, until he sat down, watched the tape of the fight, was satisfied that he won the fight. Then he said, okay, I'm the champ again.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's something. That's something. I like that. I like that.
That's an honest fighter.
That's right.
And you saw the graphic, Kevin, that said that 5 of his 6 losses have been to past, present, or future champions. There are the names of the men who defeated Jose Luis Ramirez. Of course, he avenged the loss to Rosario with a 4th-round knockout of Edwin Rosario a little bit later on down the road.
Yeah, and he was knocked out by the great Oliveras when he was 18 or 19 years old. But he has been in the ring, actually, with more top-ranked fighters in the lightweight division than Chavez has, which is totally meaningless.
Look at this. He's had 106 fights, Kevin. He's been fighting more than half his life, and his face is completely unmarked.
That's right. Well, that shows that he takes a good shot, and he doesn't really get hit that often. Now, you know, he stands straight up, but he overpowers a lot of guys.
The thing about this record is it's unlikely that we're going to ever again see a champion who's had over 100 fights. Once upon a time, it was not uncommon.
We may never see it again.
Because so many fighters have long amateur careers today.
And because of the economics of the sport, we can talk all night about that. But first, let's look at the tail of the tape, which will show you that the 2 significant differences between the fighters. Age, Ramirez, as Larry pointed out, pressing 30. Chavez just 26. And the reach difference, 66.5 to 64, not significant because Chavez likes to step up inside and fight his fight at close quarters anyway.
That is correct. And the age, it doesn't matter neither. I don't believe in age. The age is a state of mind.
What about the 107 fights as opposed to 59?
That has nothing to do with it at this point. Just, 59 fights, 100 fights, at that point, there should
All
be
right,
no,
let's take a look
advantage.
at Punch Start, our statistical profile of how many punches these fighters throw, and you can see that they're practically mirror images, but Chavez is the quicker-handed and more accurate puncher, and that's reflected also. You can see in the jabs, Ramirez tends to throw more jabs. They land about the same. They fight at such close quarters that they really don't throw that many jabs.
2 titles on the line, the WBA and WBC championships. By and large, they'll be using WBC rules, the most significant one in white there. There is no 3 knockdown rule. And now, for the pre-fight introductions and a special moment in honor of one of the greatest fighters in the history of the sport, let's go up to ring announcer Chuck Hall.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Hilton Center of the Las Vegas Hilton Hotel, where tonight Don King Productions, in association with the Las Vegas Hilton, presents Ole, 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 an evening of World Championship Boxing. These bouts are sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Elias Ghanem, Chairman, Chuck Minker, Executive Director. Commissioners at ringside are Dr. James Nave, Mr. Dwayne Ford, Freddie Little, and Herb Santos. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if I may, I would ask us to pause to reflect for just a moment on the passing of one of boxing's greatest just in the past couple of weeks. A man who freed himself from the ghettos of St. Louis, Missouri, and went on to win 3 world titles at the same time in different weight divisions. He held the lightweight, the featherweight, and the welterweight championships all at the same time, the only man in history to accomplish that feat. After he retired from boxing, he became a member of the ministry and went to California to work with youth around the Long Beach, California area. He was not only an historical boxer, he was a great humanitarian. So I would ask you now all rise, please, as I ask our timekeeper, Al Bisick, to sound the 10 count for one of boxing's greatest, Hammerin' Henry Armstrong. May God rest his soul. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the WBC representative at ringside, Mr. Dwayne Ford of Las Vegas, Nevada. Representing the WBA is Mr. Julio Castillo. And representing the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Dr. Elias Ghanem. The judges and officials assigned by the governing bodies for the next bout of the evening. The judges are Rudy Jordan of Los Angeles, California, Mr. Art Lurie of Las Vegas, Nevada, and Mr. Lou Tabbitt, also of Las Vegas, Nevada. The timekeeper is Al Bisick. Counting at the knockdowns is Mike Lachella. The attending physicians at ringside, Dr. Flip Pomansky, Donald Romeo, and Albert Campana. And your referee is Richard Steele. The next bout of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, the main attraction of the night. 12 rounds of boxing for the unification of the WBC, WBA Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing, in the blue corner, fighting out of Culiacan, Mexico, weighing in at 134 pounds, with a professional record of 101 wins, 6 defeats, with 82 KOs. He is the WBC Lightweight Champion of the World, Jose Luis Ramirez. And in the red corner, also from Culiacan, Mexico, weighing in at 135 pounds. His professional record consists of 59 wins, no defeats, with 50. He is the undefeated WBA Lightweight Champion of the World, Julio César Chávez.
Okay, I spoke to both fighters in their dressing room. I wanted to caution you to remind them to obey my commands at all times. Okay? I understand that. Okay, if it's hit here, it's not high or it's not low. Okay, it's right here. It's not low. Okay, obey my commands at all times. Shake hands. Good luck.
One thing to keep in mind, Ramirez has been knocked down a few times in fights over the last few years, always early in the fight.
That's right. I'm curious to see if that happens, if Chavez is going to finish him.
Referee Richard Steele has handled Chavez's last two appearances here in Las Vegas against Edwin Rosario and Rodolfo Aguilar. No American referee has seen Ramirez for more than 3 years, his last 10 bouts having taken place in France.
And remember that this fight is as much about neighborhood honor as it is about world championships.
That's right, that's right.
These kids really feel that.
Round one begins between two men who know each other as well as any two boxers in the ring today.
Chavez is starting out going side to side, and that's very important.
Because Ramirez only knows one way to fight, right, Kevin?
Straightforward. If he goes to the side, I'm going to get a clean shot. Ramirez is a good puncher, though. We can't neglect that. He has an excellent chance if he hurts Chavez to take him out of there.
Chavez focusing his eyes on Ramirez's body, but he has not yet stepped in to mount a body attack.
He hasn't thrown anything.
Content for the moment to make Ramirez miss, as Jose Luis Ramirez is the aggressor in the early moments of the fight.
Looks like Chavez is trying to feel him out.
The first punch from Chavez was an uppercut followed by a right hand.
Both landed. Ramirez takes a great shot. We all know that.
Well, and of course, so does Chavez. He took the left hand of Edwin Rosario, regarded as one of the heaviest in the lightweight division.
That is true. That's very true. Took it like it was nothing.
Chavez continuing to focus his eyes on a spot below the point of Ramirez's chin. Ramirez pawing with the jab.
Good right hand was clear.
Solid right hand by Chavez.
Oh, good left hand by Ramirez there.
As they begin to trade punches now in the second minute of round number one.
Feeling out time is over.
A right to the body and a left to the chin by Chavez. And now he becomes, for the moment, the aggressor.
Made him miss nice there. He slipped away. He just didn't punch. He's got to punch when he makes him miss.
Two right hands. You'll see a lot of right hand leads from Chavez, will we not, Kevin?
That's right. That's what you got to do. That's always effective with southpaws. Always. That's the book on fighting the southpaw. Lead with right hands. Chavez seems to be doing that. Good body.
Another right hand lead from Chavez. Ramirez landed with the jab, missed wildly with the left. Left uppercut on the button by Chavez.
He's thrown that twice and has landed twice so far.
And you can see there his uncanny ability to make a fighter miss at close range. Ramirez just unable to find Chavez's head.
That's very important. Very important.
Right hand landed just at the end of the round. They felt each other out a little bit, but Chavez landed the more effective blows.
What you saw there is that Ramirez is all bullfighter, while Chavez is part bullfighter and bull. I mean, Ramirez is all bull.
No le dé distancia en la salida, Julio. Muy buen round. Esa mano derecha atenta que le va a poner usted en el suelo con esa mano.
That was a good round. Keep close to him and then on the side. Close to him and on the side.
Muy buen trabajo.
Good work. You're doing a good, fine. Stay close to him and then to one side. You're doing a great job.
That's good advice, but they should also add. They should also add when he gets to the side that he should punch.
Okay. Dame la toalla.